Okay, let's talk about some pretty interesting updates that are heading at our ways pretty soon, especially the one where Instagram said, well, we're working on a feature where you can disable your own like counts on posts that you choose. Sounds pretty, I don't know, okay to me. Sounds pretty interesting to me. So in this video, we're gonna go over all of the rumors of the confirmed things and what this might mean for the platform as a whole. Users being able to disable their like counts, you know? I have some mixed thoughts about this. So welcome back, Dominators, I guess. It's been a while. But anyway, in the past weeks, there's been quite a few hints actually coming from Instagram, from Masiri, all of those people there talking about this new feature. We're testing it to, you know, for you to be able to disable your likes on posts. And actually about a month ago, they even had some issues where they unintentionally launched private like accounts to a lot of people, which is another thing that just goes to show that there's a lot of mistakes happening also in the big Instagram. I believe there's not that many people actually working there, and it's kind of like a close team, a small team. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I read it somewhere. But anyway, it seems like this test is going to be rolled out to the public pretty soon. If we head over to our new special friend, greetings to you, by the way, Alessandro Paluzzi, who is doing a great job at actually reverse engineering Instagram and other apps as well to see what features might come up in the future or what features they're testing right now. We can actually see how this whole thing is going to look like. You know, you're going to be able to hide, as you can see right there, hide the like count, unhide the like count on individual posts, which is the interesting thing for me, to be honest. He says you can hide the like count directly during post creation or by going to the advanced settings section. There you go. You know, hide like and view count on this post. So not only the likes, but also the views. And actually yesterday, Masiri said, don't ask me where my phone is. He said that they're working on this whole thing, and in the next couple of weeks, there's gonna be more of a bigger test or something like that going on. So let's talk about what I think about that, because I have a few thoughts that I don't want you to miss. Whenever you try to understand what an app or a platform is trying to do, you always have to see their intentions, look at their intentions. And I have found an article that is about a year old, where Instagram's vice president of product, provides some insights into why they're, hiding like counts and what's going on. And it seems like their main motivation to actually hide like counts is that there's a lot of public pressure, high area of pressure for people when they produce content on Instagram. First of all, obviously, because there's a lot of engagement drops happening left and right, and I believe Instagram sometimes doesn't even know themselves what's going on. As we saw earlier, there's quite a few mistakes happening all the time. And he says the act of expression itself is what we cared about, not the validation or perceived validation, which is also true because, some people just don't love to like. I think we talked about it. The Hype Auditor actually made a study a few years ago, did a study. It's kind of like a loose term recently, study. Everything's a study. But anyway, where they figured out, some countries don't like to like as much. And they actually found out through their study/report that with countries where they've been hiding their like counts for a year or something like this already, the engagement dropped. There was a lot less likes happening on the platform. As you can see, in Brazil up to -17%, Australia -10%. Why don't they have the US? Because it's only partly US, right? And basically, it's kind of hard to say if it's actually good data or not, but you can clearly see that there's a reduction of overall likes happening on the platform when people don't see how many likes a post gets. So, coming from that and knowing how people are, it might be even a bad thing. Even though with good intentions. My flying teacher always used to say, what's the opposite of good? It's good intentions. And I have to agree with that. So maybe their good intentions actually backfire in a way, because still people, and I know you guys, people who don't have their like accounts anymore for years already, since 2019 or something like this, they still keep commenting to me or DMing me saying, well, I still don't have that many likes, I have engagement drops and stuff like this, even though nobody sees it. So, maybe they're gonna shoot themselves in the foot a little bit, and maybe we're gonna see a big reduction or an overall slight reduction of, overall likes on the platform, which could be a bad thing. Plus, it's actually still a good metric to see and to gauge whether a post performs well or not. And if some likes are being hidden, some are not, you know, the overall like counts are affected, people don't love to like as much anymore, then people get just more confused because they see, well, I have another engagement drop and it has nothing to do with your content per se. What could be good though is that people who just measure their self-worth in the amount of likes that they get, like me, for example. You know, if you guys are new here, I'm actually very self-conscious and I base my self-worth a lot on the opinion that I get on the comment section and actually on the amount of likes that I get here on the YouTube videos. So drop me down a like, drop me a like. It helps a lot. Yeah, it helps a lot. Then, my friends, I also found out of another very interesting interview, secret interview of some Instagram insiders from December 2019, where some people who like to be anonymous because they're probably afraid of him. There is a hypothesis that getting rid of likes may be an effective tactic for getting users to post more original content on Instagram. You know, 3 former employees told CNBC, which makes a lot of sense if you look at the direction that Instagram's been heading, and them always saying, you know, we prefer original content. We, you know, especially with the monetization thing coming up and stuff like this. By the way, a lot of more people have gotten monetized in the past 2 weeks in the US with more than 100K followers, you know, just as a side note. We're gonna make a video about that pretty soon. So yeah, maybe altogether it's a good thing of them, you know, ultimately trying to get rid of the like counts just because of the way that they're trying to steer the ship towards, you know, it's them becoming this whole big social media conglomerate with, you know, more than just pictures and stuff like this. But, you know, thinking about it right now, yeah, there's another thing, because likes are only hidden for normal, regular feed posts and videos, I guess. You know, they're not being hidden for IGTV videos as far as I know. Also not for Reels, which is the bigger thing now anyway. So, you know, if they're like, oh, we're just trying to, you know, have less pressure for people, especially young people, because they're always speaking about how they're trying to look after younger people, and, you know, especially younger people being in, you know, Insta, TikTok, Reels. And with Reels, I don't think they're gonna hide the like count, so it makes no sense. You know, altogether, it makes absolutely no sense if that was the main decision why they're hiding the like counts. Another thing, what I think could very well happen, is that Instagram's being split into different groups, or this whole thing actually does a lot more harm than it actually does good. Because, you know, so here's the thing, some people hiding like counts just because, you know, why not? Because you can. As we know, there's a lot of scammers and some issues with fake influencers and other people who pretend that they're something that they're not. And I guess a lot of those people are gonna hide their like counts just because, you know, it's another way to hide their tracks. And then obviously people are gonna look at all people who have hidden their like counts and they're gonna be like, look at this person hiding their like counts. They have to hide something, you know, they can't be legit. They have scammers. What a faker, or something like that. So it could even be quite the opposite, having more pressure to actually show your like counts to actually have a lot of likes, because then you're actually legit part of the cool kids, the big players, the influencers. Also with them saying you can just hide the like counts on certain posts as well, makes no sense to me. You know, I would love to know what you think of that. Do you think that there's gonna be more pressure ultimately because people have to have good likes, because otherwise they have to hide something? Or do you think it's a good idea? I love to know what you think of that. I love to know what you're gonna do actually. Are you gonna hide your like counts or not? You know, let me know in the comments down below. My name's Dominik. Yeah, that's my name. And if you're interested about the latest Instagram updates and stuff like this, there's a playlist somewhere up here. Also, if you're interested in growing your Instagram to actually getting that like count up, there's another playlist, I guess, somewhere here. So I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching, my friends. I'll see you guys later. I said that already. Bye.